No matter where you are from or who you are, orange can only mean one thing in Formula 1, and there sure is a lot of it at the Dutch Grand Prix. Yep, it always means Verstappen. Orange is Verstappen. That guy in the car with number 1 in the Red Bull. Yep, Mr. Number 1.
The sand dunes is the circuit, 4.3 kilometres in length, with 3 straights, the longest of which runs to 678 metres. 14 challenging turns, including the famous Tarzan corner. And through the years, there's been plenty of entertainment down there. Take 1979, Clay Regazzoni coming off second best in a clash with René Arnoux. In 1981, it was Gilles Villeneuve spinning out in dramatic fashion. And in the
So 14 very fun, very eventful corners here in Zandvoort. Super fun to play in the F1 video game. A crazily diverse track. Here's some information. It's 4 kilometers long. They do 72 laps there. The first Grand Prix was in 1952. They do 306 kilometers. That is how long the race distance is, and the lap record is 1 minute 11 in Lewis Hamilton 2021. Here is Max Verstappen's qualifying lap in 2022. So this is an onboard lap with Verstappen coming down the main straight here in Zandvoort. This was his pole position qualifying lap in 2022. This is the first corner, Tarzan's corner. If you dip your tyre over that inside curb, you are going to spin out, which did happen quite a few times. It's a famous corner. Lots of crashes. Then you have this large Aramco bank turn. You have to really slow down to enter it, but then you can really speed through. Now here is some really fun turns in the F1 video game. Super fast, but you have to be careful that you don't spin out of control. Then up here is, of course, where Nicholas Latifi had his big qualifying crash a few years previous. Now up here is the slower part of the track. From this point onwards, you have to be perfect in this section to the main straight, because that is the only way in Zandvoort that you can really get good runs. You have to be on perfect form, especially through this These are the 2022 race results. So it's Verstappen, Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton, Perez, Alonso in 6th, Norris in 7th, 8th was Sainz, Ocon, Stroll, Gasly, Albon, Schumacher, Vettel 14th, Magnussen 15th, Guan Yu Zhou 16th, Ricciardo, Nicholas Latifi, Valtteri Bottas and Tsunoda.
Bit of throttle lift through there. Oh,
that's another Williams, and that is a bigger impact, and that's Nicholas Latifi.
Just over, and he does the same thing here. He just gets a wheel on the dirt on the turn-in. There's a car on the inside. It never helps because it kind of disrupts your direction of...
So I think that the Netherlands Grand Prix track is a very diverse circuit. By the way, there are multiple track layouts of this circuit, but the Grand Prix layout that F1 uses is a very diverse one. So what I like about it, and what I think makes it diverse, is that it has banked turns like on a speedway, and it has slow corners like on a street circuit. It has straights, it has DRS, and it has high-speed corners, and it has curved straights like in Australia. So that's one of the things that I think is really good about the Netherlands Grand Prix track. It is diverse, which always means good racing. One thing I would be looking for, 2 things actually, where I would be watching for action is Tarzan's corner. It's turn number 1. If you dip your wheel over that curb, then you can easily spin out. I found out that the hard way in the F1 22 video game. I spun out onto the gravel. That was unfortunate. Anyway, it is also obviously at the start of the Grand Prix a very interesting turn because you need to pack a lot of cars into not a massive turn, not a small one, but in the middle. So in the middle turns are always more difficult to figure out. So I'd be watching for action at Tarzan's corner. Then through the middle sector, sector 2 to sector 3, because you have to get a really good run through those slow speed turns. If you don't get a good run through them, and I know it's a bit weird of me to say this because you need to get a good run on all tracks to be successful, but you really need it, the Netherlands. If you don't get a good run through that middle sector and sector 3, then you're just really not going to be in a good position for trying to get a podium spot or a top 10 finish. Because if you think about it, the first sector, it's mostly just at high speed. It's basically all high speed with a few turns. So if you've got a fast car like Red Bull, then you are going to be successful through there. I do honestly think that Red Bull is going to win, obviously, because they've had excellent performance. And if you will look on F1, there's lots of articles saying what will happen after this summer break. Can Red Bull still shine? I think it will, of course, be Verstappen. That'll be interesting to see what does happen, though. But I think it's going to be Verstappen because it's his home race, so he'll give it his all. And if you think about it, Red Bull have been so meticulous that it's probably not going to stop them anything at the moment. But I'm not saying it couldn't happen. Yeah, so Red Bull will be good there because they've got lots of DRS. I'm sure a few cars will get lapped, but yeah, so lots of interesting things to watch for in the Netherlands. I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. Please leave us a like and a subscribe. I'm Felix Super, and you're watching Flawless F1. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, guys. It helps us out so much. Check your comments in the comments bar below. And we will be doing a Netherlands 2023 Grand Prix preview, including some things about the drivers, what I think will happen. If you're interested in tyres, don't forget to check out our tyres video. Same with flags. They're both on the YouTube channel. Check it out, guys. Thanks.